Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to walk through some of the common mistakes that new freelancers make on Upwork and how you can guide against it. These are some of the mistakes that I personally made, and some of them cost me a lot of money. So I want to ensure that you don't make the same mistakes. So let's get right into it. One of the most common mistakes that new freelancers make on Upwork is not negotiating budgets. When a job is posted, usually the hirer will put an amount and Upwork will display it, and you will see, let's say you see that the budget is $200, the budget is $500, the budget is $2,000, and those and the likes. Many times from my experience, those clients that are posting those jobs are not very sincere with the budget. Some of them put the budget there to attract people, to attract freelancers to apply for those jobs. I give you an example. When I was starting out on Upwork, one of my first clients, he put out an advert for someone that could help him edit his thesis work, the documentation aspect of his thesis work, and he put a budget of $200. And when I saw it, I felt that was a very good amount of money to work for. So I applied for the job, and we got on a call. He told me what he wanted, and I said yes, I could deliver it, and we agreed on the timeline and all those sort of things. In my mind, I was working for $200 because that was what I saw on the job post. But as a newbie, I didn't know that that $200 was just a placeholder. It was not really what the client had in mind to pay, and I didn't negotiate. I didn't talk anything about it. So I got to work. I worked on the project. I delivered it. Another mistake I made, which will take me, I will mention this and then go back to the story. Another mistake that many people make is accepting to work outside of Upwork. Some of these clients know that many freelancers are not aware that Upwork frowns at people taking their job outside of Upwork. So they will lure you out of Upwork and tell you, you know what, let's meet on Google, let's get on the Google Meet call, and then they say, okay, you know what, let's follow up on WhatsApp, and they start that kind of conversation. And that was exactly what this client was doing to me. We went on a call through Google Meet, and then he said, okay, let's continue the conversation on WhatsApp, and I agreed. I didn't know at the time that, first of all, it is a breach of Upwork policy, and that could lead to suspension of your account. And then secondly, it was an avenue for him to get me to work without committing any amount. I was working, I was communicating with him, he was making corrections, giving feedback and all those kind of things. And when I was done, he said I should send the work to a Google Drive so that he can see it and all those kind of things. And I sent it. Eventually he said I should send the final work to him. I knew that it was not right, but I played along, right? So I sent it. And then he said nothing about the payment anymore. And then I asked him, what about payment? He said his budget is $5. And I was like, what? You posted $200 on Upwork. Why are you saying you'll pay me $5 for this amount of work? It was even a tight schedule. So I had to work overnight to be able to meet up with his schedule. And after all the back and forth, he said he was going to pay only $5. That was how I knew that I should have negotiated the budget right from the onset. That is number one. And then number two, I should never have agreed to communicating outside of Upwork, because now it was going to be difficult for me to report him because there were no evidence on the platform that we agreed on that particular project. So you see, it was difficult for me to get the money, and eventually he ended up paying just $10 with the promise that he was going to give me 5-star rating. He went back to Upwork, created a new job post for $10, sent it to me, sent the contract, and that was how we finalized it. So that experience has shown me that, number one, you should never take the budget that is placed there as the real value. It could be something that they place there to attract freelancers to apply, because he told me that if he had put a budget of $5, nobody would have applied because of the amount of work involved. Always ask the client during the call, what is your budget? And then see if both of you can agree on it before you commence the work. Number 2, never take the job outside of Upwork. It is an avenue for the client to play a fast one on you. Another mistake you should never make is sending generic proposals. Sending proposals that you use one proposal for different job posts. That will not help you to get jobs on Upwork. Every proposal has to be tailored to that particular job post. Different job posts have different requirements, they have different deliverables. So always edit or rework your proposals to fit into whatever it is that particular job post is. And don't just apply to jobs arbitrarily. Apply only to jobs that align with your skill set and aligns with what you listed on your profile. Even if you are good in that thing and you did not list it in your profile, don't apply to that job. Rather, you should first of all adjust your profile to mention that skill before you go ahead to apply for it. And another mistake that many people make that I would encourage that you should not make it is to give up too soon. Many people give up too soon, and it is usually because they've seen stories of people who go on Upwork and within a month they are making so amount, 3 months they've made so amount, and the rest. And when they do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and they don't see those amounts that these other persons said that they made, they become discouraged. They begin to give up. Some will abandon the platform completely, and this is usually what happens to many freelancers. So it is going to be difficult for you for the very few weeks or months that you are starting on Upwork, because it is going to be difficult to find someone that will place a bet on you that you're good, because usually they are using those Upwork metrics to rate you. They are looking at your job success score, they are looking at how many jobs you've done, how much you've earned, and all those kind of metrics. So as someone who came in without any of those, it is going to be difficult. So expect that it is going to be difficult. Don't expect that you're going to make it so soon. You could, but don't expect it, so that you will not get disappointed and get discouraged and quit the platform. That is it for this video. If you enjoy this type of content, I encourage you to like, subscribe to my channel, because I drop videos like this on how you can upgrade yourself, how you can make more money on Upwork and other freelancing platforms. Thank you for watching.